I have a major report as the Hawks' next moves are revealed. Building off of the information we got yesterday, knowing that Landry Fields was released of his general manager duties, and it seems as if the domino effect is in play because we're not sure whom else could be taking the leave or could be leaving or could be coming to the Atlanta Hawks. But I am sure to let you all know what is going to be going on. Of course, we all saw or was reading what happened to Landry Fields, the former general manager of the Atlanta Hawks. But before I get into any of that, just go ahead and let me christen the show. Welcome everybody to Atlanta Hawks Digest. My name is Walter Pollard. And thank you all for viewing our content, you know what I'm saying, watching, looking, all of that different stuff, man. I do appreciate it. Of course, you see the number of subscribers or the percentage of subscribers that are watching our content and those that are not. We definitely would love to see you guys hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Myself, Chris Moore, we're definitely here. Well, we have been here for sure these last couple of days, just giving you guys updates of what's been going on with the Atlanta Hawks. The fact that they didn't make the didn't make the playoffs and got X'd out of the play-in tournament for the second year in a row. A lot of things have happened. A lot of stuff has gone on, and just unfortunately, it's very tough. Let's just go ahead and just jump right into it. We all know and saw that general manager Landry Fields has been relieved of his duties for the Atlanta Hawks. And of course, that is a major deal. And of course, now we're going into basically where do the Hawks go from here? You know, I do feel as though that the domino effect could be in play. Of course, I do feel as though this is all around containing Trae Young and keeping him in Atlanta. We are looking for a new general manager as well as a new president of player operations. Now, that does make me think of different people that have taken on this job and that have, you know, made a major impact in the world of the NBA today. You know, you think about your Pat Rileys, you think about former general manager and president of the Atlanta Hawks, Bob Myers. He's also the former general manager of the Golden State Warriors, the Steph Curry Golden State Warriors, of course. Larry Bird, Danny Ainge, Jerry West, you know, Joe Dumars, just the names go on and on and on. And of course, ironically, all of these guys are former players, you know, from former players from the NBA. So, of course, with all of that, now we do know that Landry Fields has been relieved of his duties. I want to say his name, Ansai Salah or Ansai Salah. If you guys, you know, correct me in the comments like you always do. But he is taking over for Landry Fields as of right now. And again, they are looking, they meaning the Atlanta Hawks, they are looking for, they're looking for a new general manager and a new president for the Atlanta Hawks. And that brings me to my next point. The Atlanta Hawks, they have targeted, or they are targeting somebody for the executive position, or the top executive position per se. That person, of course, would be, yes, you got it, Elton Brand, of course, the former Atlanta Hawk, Elton Brand. I mean, he was in Atlanta Hawk for a very short period of time, but yes, Elton Brand has emerged as one of the top people that have been heavily pursued by the Atlanta Hawks, according to the NBA insider Mark Stein and Jake Fisher. Salah seemingly wants Brand to serve in a new lead executive position here in Atlanta, and this is coming from Yard Barkers. The Sixers executive Elton Brand is expected to be among the candidates pursued by the Atlanta Hawks. And they have begun their search for a new lead executive. And this is, of course, what the league sources have told Jake Fisher and Mark Stein. So, of course, you know, again, I feel as though the domino effect is in play here with the Atlanta Hawks. Of course, I, for one, did not see Landry Fields being fired or relieved of his duties. Again, I felt as though there were other people or other things that could be looked at in that situation, but unfortunately, he was the first to go. He, meaning, of course, Landry Fields, was the first to go. So with the arrival of Elton, well, if, let's say, for instance, if Elton Brand shows up, or if anybody does for that matter, and I'll go back to my trusted whoever, comes back. But for whomever does come to the Atlanta Hawks, do expect there to be major changes going forward. Do I see Trae Young leaving? No. But I do feel as though this is in an effort to maintain Trae Young, bring in some basketball minds. I'm not saying that Landry Fields was not a basketball mind. Of course, he was a former NBA player. But there is a strong chance that they're going to bring somebody in that is going to shake some things up. That does bring, again, Trae Young into play. How do they retain Trae Young? Are they going to give him the supermax? Are they going to do whatever it is that they can to retain him, or do they allow for Trae Young to search for other options? Does this general manager and or president trade away Trae Young and start afresh, or try to rebuild something new? You got to remember, they've already brought in Zaccharie Risacher, of course, from the #1 overall pick in 2024 draft. They've traded DeJounte Murray away to bring in guys like Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance. Of course, yes, Dyson Daniels being the major update or the major upgrade for the Atlanta Hawks. So, of course, these things do play in, they play a part in this situation. But one person I am paying close attention to is Quin Snyder. Is there a possible chance that Quin Snyder could be one of the next dominoes out of the Atlanta Hawks? Just out of Atlanta and period. Because when you think about it, this is the second year that the Hawks have been, exited out of the play-in tournament. Last year, of course, losing to the Chicago Bulls. This year, now losing to the Miami Heat in the play-in tournament. And so they have not made the playoffs for the last 2 years. And this is the last two, and within the last 2 years, of course, Quin Snyder was brought into Atlanta about 2 years ago. So in his 2 years with Atlanta, we have not made the playoffs. So with this first move, or of course, this person that Elton Brand, of course, this person that the Atlanta Hawks are looking to acquire, it does seem as though there's a strong chance that we might be getting a new head coach, or a head coach might be headed on the way. A little bit more about Elton Brand. Of course, we all know Elton Brand played about 17 seasons in the NBA, and now he does work as the general manager for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been doing that since 2018. Now, again, not clear what role he could play for the Atlanta Hawks, but there's a very strong chance that he could get the job. Again, he is one of the major front runners for general manager, and of course, that would be a major move. I want to say in the right direction for the Atlanta Hawks. Again, I'm going to maintain my optimism for the Atlanta Hawks because, of course, there's a lot of pessimism coming around the fact. Again, my question to you guys for today, do you see Quin Snyder being on the move next? Because, again, crap flows downhill, and with the firing of Landry Fields, I do expect for there to be more movement within the Atlanta Hawks organization as time goes on. I can elaborate more and more and more, but again, this makes it to be very different for the Atlanta Hawks going forward. And again, the overall objective is to retain Trae Young here in Atlanta, get him signed to a supermax, and continue to build around him. It is tough for someone to come in and take what has already been set in place and build more on top of that. But again, that is what, the next general manager, next president of player operations, that's what they're going to be tasked with in the near future. But again, I am going to be here for you with all of the new updates, give you guys more information to see what's going to be coming within the next few months. Especially leading up to the draft in June. Like I said, my name is Walter Pollard. This is Atlanta Hawks Digest, and I'm signing out. Peace.